Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community and 7 questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. Today I'm talking with Lucy Blaylock. She started making blankets when she was 8 and has made over 1,000 blankets for kids who need a little extra love. Lucy, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Should we get started with the questions?
Sure.
Okay, question number 1. What is Lucy's Love Blankets and when did you start it?
It started 6 years ago. I was 8 years old, like you said. It was my friend's birthday, and I grew up with my family telling me, homemade presents are the best ones. And I was like, Mom, I want to make her something sentimental that'll mean a lot to her and that she can have for a long time. So I was like, can we make a blanket? And she was like, sure. So we made her a blanket, and it had a little heart on it, and I put a little poem with it, and I gave it to her, and then a lot of my friends saw it and they were like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cute." So it got to their birthdays and I would make them one. And I got to thinking this, I'm sure there are other kids that could use a little love. So me and my mom decided to do a little giveaway on Instagram, and there were 16 nominations. And it was so hard to pick one. So we just made one for all 16 of them. And then nominations kind of just kept coming, so we just kept doing them, and we never have put one down.
Where do you find the kids to make blankets for?
So people typically reach out to us, and they'll tell us, there's this kid that's been struggling, or they're sick, or they just need a little extra love. And they typically reach out to us on like Facebook or Instagram, or if they have our email for some reason, they'll just let us know and they'll tell us about the kid. Um, and where to send it to. Or if we're like on Instagram or something, we see a kid that we think could use it, we'll reach out to them.
Yeah. Well, your mom taught you how to make blankets, but how long do they take you?
Typically we make them in like a big batch, but I think if I tried to like make one by itself, it would take me about an hour and a half.
Yeah. Do you have any other hobbies besides making blankets?
I do. I love playing soccer and I do musical theater.
I do musical theater too.
You do?
Yeah. Why do you do what you do?
Oh, I do what I do because I think I've always had a tender heart, and um, I've always just wanted to do something that could make someone feel better about themselves or that could make them feel loved. So I think when I was younger, finding something that could help me make a little, just even a little difference in somebody's life, that was really important to me, just knowing that I could do something to make them feel loved. And honestly, it makes me feel closer to Heavenly Father just because I know if He were here, He'd be doing the same thing. He'd be doing whatever He could do to make us feel loved.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Idaho and tried our famous potatoes?
I haven't ever been to Idaho, but my brother-in-law, his family lives in Idaho, and they actually have a potato farm.
Next time you're close here, you can come and stay at our house, and we'll give you some of our potatoes.
That sounds awesome.
Question number 7. What would you say to other kids who want to make a difference in the world?
Um, I would just say don't give up. If you want to make a difference, the littlest things really do matter to someone. Even if it's just like if somebody drops their pencil on the ground, if you pick it up for them, it's gonna make them feel better. It's gonna be like, oh, thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. It's just wanting, you have to want it though, because you'll go through it sometimes. So
Now it's time for some bonus questions. You ready?
yes.
Okay. What was it like being on the TV show Random Acts?
It was a lot of fun. The whole crew was really welcoming, and they were really sweet to me and my family. The whole thing was really shocking from the beginning. I was so surprised with all these surprises and everything. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Question number 2. Well, bonus question number 2. Can people donate or help you with Lucy's Love blankets?
To donate on our Facebook and Instagram, I think in our bio, is that right, Mom? In our bio, and on our Facebook and on our Facebook and in our Instagram and our bios, we have our Venmo set up for people to donate, and that's typically it because when we buy fabric for a kid, we typically buy it for them based on their personality and what they like. So I think when we have the money to buy rather than limited options on fabric, that typically is the most efficient for us.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely be donating.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions and interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye.
Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community, and 7 questions with Emmy.